it's definitely. I just checked Martina's account. Her account was fine.
Okay, I'll ask her to send a screen cap. I asked her to send one. I am casting now, so I'm turning you off.
Okay.
Hello! Welcome to my live show. Today we're going to be talking about curly hair products, which is going to be awesome. I'm going to wait a minute and see while our friends join us, and then I'm going to start talking about curly hair products. I hope everyone's Monday went fantastic. Mondays are always a hard day, you know, it's pretty tricky, you know, get through the week starting off with Monday. Before we start, I'm gonna go and choose some makeup styles put on during the cast. Maybe some crazy eyes. A little bit of red lip. Wow, thanks for the balloons, bots. You guys are awesome. So, today I'm going to talk about curly hair because I have naturally curly hair. I'm not 100% sure any of our testers are watching, but I got my bots, and so that's great. Hopefully you guys can see my live show and like this nice red lip that I put on with YouCam makeup for your viewing pleasure. So I have always had curly hair from birth. I was born curly. When I was younger, I used to try to straighten my hair because that's, I guess, what you do when you're a teenager. You say, I hate whatever my hair looks like, and you try to straighten it and get it chemically treated. So I've had all sorts of chemical treatments. Some worked, some did not work so much. They all damaged my hair terribly. And over the years, I got very brittle hair from just straightening it every day. I would blow dry it, and then I would straighten it, and it would end up looking pretty fried. And then one day, I decided that curly hair was beautiful, and I liked a lot of celebrities that had curly hair, and so I decided, instead of fighting it and trying to make my hair straight, that I was going to embrace my curly hair and just have curly hair all the time. So at that point, it took me a really long time to master. The same way that straightening my hair for years took me a really long time to master. Having curly hair is also quite difficult because you have to learn all the tips and tricks and products that work for your hair. So after a few years, I had it down, and I had a lot of really good takeaways, and I have some great products that I like to use. So my biggest takeaway, and it's actually a really easy tip that anyone can do without any machine or product, is you can do twist curls on your hair. So when you get out of the shower, you can take 10 minutes and take your hair and segment it off into sections like this, and you can twist it, and you can wrap it around your finger, and then you just hold it for a second, and then when you let it go, it turns into a ringlet curl. This is the best way to get curls straight out of your shower. If you're washing your hair, they will last. If you put a little gel, you can even see right now, that my hair stays curly because it wants to be curly. It's naturally curly. So I can do it with a bigger section, and it definitely helps with volume overall. If you are going this route, you should let your hair air dry, and you should probably not apply any heat to your hair because that will make it a little bit frizzier. And you can go through and you can do your whole head. I usually only do this about 10 times, and I find that that's enough to keep me curly. pretty much, the entire day. You can sleep on it too. It'll last overnight. And if they get lost, sometimes throughout the day they'll get a little bit messy. I can just do it again and spend 10 minutes going through doing my twist curls and just letting it chill. I do this when it's totally wet. The other thing that I do, because I have a mix of hair, as you can see, I have straight bangs and curly hair. So for my bangs, I straighten them with the flat iron and I blow dry them, and then the rest of it I just let dry naturally and do twist curls on it. It works better to do it when you have shorter hair. I used to have hair down to my waist, and when I would do twist curls, they would still look good, but they're just kind of yanked down. While if you have short hair, it's a lot bouncier. And in general rule, when your hair is short, you're going to have a lot more curl in it. When it gets long, it weighs it down because it's just the law of nature, if you have weight on your hair, it's going to drag it down. Well, if you have short hair, there's no weight, so it can just, do its thing. So I do this on wet hair. Another really good curly hair tip that I highly recommend is not washing your hair with shampoo, which probably sounds gross to people who are like, ooh, you don't use shampoo. I do use shampoo. Sorry. Getting used. I do use shampoo. I use it once every 3 days, and then the rest of the time I just use conditioner on my hair. I typically will leave my conditioner in for 5 minutes and let it sit because your hair hydrates better, and curly hair is extra, or my curly hair anyway, is extra dry. So if I just use conditioner, it makes it curl nicer and I have better success in getting my curls done. And for my bangs, they pretty much go straight very easily now. They used to not when I first started straightening them out. I would have a lot of trouble getting them to go in one direction. Now they just do it. But for the rest of my head, I do the twist curls, take about 10 minutes, and let it sit. And I don't wash my hair every day. Washing your hair every day is really bad for it. So I try to do it once every few days, and then once every few days with shampoo, and the rest of the time just with conditioner. You can also get a diffuser. Diffuser is an extension that goes on blow dry. I don't actually have one right now because I don't use a blow dryer on my hair except for my bangs, but it helps you to get curls better out of a blow dryer. So to keep my hair curly, I have products that I use. I have this is one of my favorite brands, Osis. They have all of these amazing curly hair products. This one's called Curl Me Soft Velvet Curl Lotion. I put this in my hair when it's wet before I do the twist curls, and they tend to stay pretty well. I'm also a huge fan of this Shea Moisture brand. They have many, many products. I have many products from them. This is a frizz-free curl mousse to keep away my frizz. I use it more often than not. I don't use mousse when I first do my hair. I will just use a little curl cream to help it keep it. If my hair gets unruly or frizzy, or I sleep on it and I want to wear it down the next day, I'll use mousse at that point to kind of give it a refresh. Because I find that when you put mousse in wet hair, it just dries kind of crunchy, and you want your hair to be touchable. So that's always my goal. My goal is always touchable hair, that I can not feel like I'm like a plastic head when I have my hair. So something else that I do is when I don't wash my hair, I use dry shampoo. I don't know if you can see that. The yellow is so bright on it. It's Ava NYC Freshen Up Dry Shampoo. Dry shampoo is a great thing for you to use on your curls because you can, on the days you don't wash, you can put it in, and the way you use dry shampoo is you lift it up and you spray it into your hair, and then you massage it in, and it's self-cleaning kind of. So it makes it so your hair is shiny and glossy. Whoa, my makeup look is getting crazy. It makes it so your hair is shiny and glossy, and it has volume and everything, and it doesn't look damp. It also, if you get any smell, I wash my hair often enough where it never smells. But if you want to avoid smelly hair, dry shampoo is very, very helpful with that too. I used to not like dry shampoo as much. It took me a while to find one I like because a lot of them are too dry almost. Thank you for the balloons, Jow, and the roses. I really appreciate them. You must like dry shampoo too. It simplifies your life. Yeah, and then something else that I do for curl management is I run a lot. So running is one of my favorite ways to get exercise. I live about a mile from a beach, so I'll run to the beach and run along it. That usually makes your hair a little bit damp. So if I have run, I like to wash my hair, and those are the best times to just use conditioner and not use shampoo at a time like that, or to use dry shampoo if your hair is like slightly damp and you just want to freshen it up. Dry shampoo is great. So something else that I do with my hair if I want it to look a little bit fancier, because it's always curly every single day of my life because I never straighten it anymore unless I pay someone to straighten it. Oh, thanks for the perfume. That's like the dry shampoo to keep the smell away from your hair. That's perfumes also, helps keep that away when you're not washing your hair every day. Something else though that I do if I have a fancy day and I want to go to an event or something and I just want my hair to look extra special is I'm a huge fan of the curling wand. So I have multiple curling wands. This is the size I use for my current hair. It depends how long my hair is. I also have a bigger one that I used when my hair was really long to get like really big curls. But at this length, they're like pretty tight. So I use this size barrel. And when you use a curling wand, yeah, I think so too. I think that's the way to go, right? It's very fun when you use a curling wand because you get to wear these fun gloves because the curling wand gets so hot it will burn your skin if you touch it. So whenever you're using a curling wand, you got to tell your girlfriends who are around, you got to tell your husband, you got to tell your mom, don't touch it because it looks like a normal tool, but it will burn your skin off if you touch it. So you get to wear these super fun heat insulating gloves on your hands. And when you curling wand your hair, it's actually super easy. I've had people tell me, they're like, I don't want to do it because it's too scary because it gets too hot. If you're wearing the gloves, you can go like this and it won't hurt you. Just make sure you wear your gloves and you'll be fine. So when I do the curling wand, I segment my hair. I get as close to the root as possible and I just wrap it and then I hold it. Whoa, I'm getting a little curling wands making this video crazy. And then I hold it for 5 to 10 seconds. And then when you let it down, your hair will have a much tighter curl. So I'll do this to my whole head. I'll put curls all over. And then to keep them like up and bright all night if I'm going to an event, I'll flip my head upside down and spray hairspray all over and I'll let it dry. And then once the hairspray is dry, I'll flip my head up and then I have a ton of volume. Like my whole head will be super volumey. And so I highly recommend the curling wand. I think it's one of the best products. Actually, it's really the only thing I use on my hair besides blow drying out my bangs. So if you're going to use a tool, that's a very fun one. They're pretty cheap and you gotta have your fun gloves. So make sure, it usually comes, thanks for the perfume, Joe. It usually only comes with one glove. I bought an extra just because I can't be too safe when I am doing my hair. I don't want to burn myself. I'm really klutzy. I'm like the person who's always dropping stuff and tripping. So I don't want to drop the curling one on myself and have to go to the hospital. So 2 gloves is a very safe way to go when you're getting curly. Other things that I find I really like doing with curly hair are I'll do a lot of braids and stuff just because I feel like braid texture goes really good with curly hair texture. And you can do like French braids, you can do over the head braids. Those are like one of my favorite braids is the over the head braid where you do them both and you put them up on top and you look like Princess Leia. That's really fun when I actually can't do the over the head braid right now because my hair is angular cut and so it's like this. It's a very sharp angle. So it doesn't do it right. It's very sad. Thank you for the likes. All of you great people, all of you 63 viewers. I love it. Yeah, so I'm very excited. My hair is getting long again, so I'll actually be able to do my over the head braids. It's a really easy way to have a fancy hairstyle with curls. The nice thing about curls is pretty much anything you do is going to look a little fancier if you put it up and your hair is just naturally curly and dried curly. So like you can do an updo and it just make it chunky and use the natural texture of your hair and it'll look super glossy. And you can just put it up and then I can put like some pins in it or something and it just looks a little bit fancier. You don't have to worry. I feel like sometimes, thank you, Fian. Thank you. How sweet. I love balloons. they're like my hair. The balloons are floating up just like my hair is going up, guys. That's happening right now. Yeah, I found like when I used to straighten my hair and I would pull it back, I'd always be worried about it being flat or whatever. Now that I wear my hair curly, I'm like totally okay with like the unevenness and the texture. Instead of looking messy, it ends up looking kind of cute or like intentional. I have some short hair in the back, so usually when I do put it up, I'll pull this down. If you touch your curly hair too much, it will lose the curl or become frizzy. So that's another really good curly hair tip, is you only want to touch it right when you get out of the shower when you're styling it, and then you want to let it completely dry, and then once it's dry you can like shake it up and make your curls bigger. But when you touch it, it creates frizz because the oils on your hands are really, really bad for your hair. So it's really hard sometimes not to fidget with your hair, but once you stop fidgeting with your hair, then everything's gravy, and you will not get oily hair, and it won't be frizzy, and it'll look fantastic. I also really like to put stuff in my hair and play around. So one of the things that you have to have when you have curly hair is a shower cap, because you don't want to wash your hair every day. So I have this great one. It's like silky on the outside and like plastic on the inside. It's a very cute look. I'm not going to put that one on for you guys, but I also have a lot of scarves and a lot of clips and stuff that I like to use on it. So I'll go through and I will make my hair look 60s by putting it up in a scarf a lot of the time. This is a great look because it's easy and it makes like any look seem a little bit fancier. So you can put it up, put your hair down. Thank you for the balloons. So many balloons today, guys. And that fits your curly hair and it gives you a little more volume because it holds it up. I also have like many accessories that are like just little things that you can put into your hair. So one of my favorite things to do is just once it's dry, I'll go through and I'll just twist it a bunch and then I'll clip it up. And that will give you a little bit more volume. Or you can do, like I have different clips. Here's a different one depending on what you're feeling like. You could do both sides. And since curls have so many layers, it kind of brings out like the different layers when you pull it up like that. Oh, thanks for the likes and the balloons. Does anyone else here have curly hair? Probably not. I don't know about you guys, Lily and Ida. You probably don't have curly hair, but if you do, you should tell me. We can be curly hair sisters, and it'll be awesome. Yeah, so it's really easy just to create some natural volume by clipping it up and doing a little bit of a clip. I have somehow over the years, thanks for that magical unicorn, Lindsay. You know I love magical unicorns. Yeah, I have over the years accumulated like a really big clip collection because I used to have really long hair that was almost down to my waist. And when it's that long, it kind of sucks because you can't cut it or style it or change it at all. It just kind of sits there and you're just like, I can't do anything fun with it. So I like to do a lot of like updos and hairstyles with it when it was that long. Now that it's shorter, it's more fun because I can cut it more and dye it crazy colors and everything. Oh, thank you, Lindsay. I'm glad that you like it. It likes you too. What color's your hair? Do you have curly hair too? Something else that's really good to know about curly hair is I don't use a brush when I comb my hair. I only use a pick. So curls are much different. It's very different than straight hair because straight hair, your strands are all really close together. When you have curls, you want your hair to separate. So using a pick when you're combing it out, whether it's wet or dry, will help leave your curls intact. If you use a brush, it just kind of makes it into a frizzy mess and it's not a good time. So I have a pick. It's a great tool. My husband also has curly hair, and so he uses a lot of these tips too. This works for girls or boys. So if there's any men in your life with curly hair, you can embrace your curl and just stop trying to conform to the normal straight-hairedness of the world. When I do wear my hair straight, a lot of the times, I'll have the hairstylist blow it out or I'll go get a blowout. My hair does not actually stay straight. Some people that'll work and it'll stay straight for like a day or two. For me, it never works. For me, it always stays curly or like frizzes out halfway through the day and you can't even tell I straightened it. My hair is just very, very resistant. I was able to bleach my hair like 4 times this year and now it is not bleached. It is bleached underneath this. So this is super bleached hair. I can bleach my hair. I can't straighten it. It's very stubborn. Like a lot of curly hair I think is super stubborn. So, I don't know. What do you guys do with your hair? Do you wear it natural or do you blow it out? What products do you like? A lot of times I'll use a mask on my hair too. That's another popular thing to do. Thanks for the balloons, is using a mask. And so usually like when I do a mask, I'll do it like maybe once a week and I'll put my whole thing with mask on top of my head and I'll use a shower cap and I'll leave it on. I'll leave it on for like 15 minutes to a half hour and then I'll wash it out, not with shampoo, just wash it out with water till my hair is clean and there's no product in it. And that helps keep it really, really soft and pretty. So I highly recommend masks. I've used a bunch of different masks. I usually just use whatever I get for free and it works. I have managed to accumulate many free hair masks over the years. I don't even know where to buy them. I like the ones that come in tubes though versus the one that comes in like a container. It's kind of icky if it's in a container. With curls, I feel like curls just give you a little natural drama no matter what you're wearing. So I always like to try to choose a little more dramatic makeup as a general rule to match my curls. Let's see, are there any filters here that are good for curly hair? This is good. This is a very nice dramatic look for when you have curly hair. It matches the curl or the straight pretty much. This is a very versatile beauty look. Some nice red to match my red shirt that I've got going on right now. This is a good style for curls too. You can just do some nice braids. Very cute look. That's how it is when you try to straighten your hair and it doesn't work. It's a very sad thing when you can't. Thanks for the lipstick. Lipstick does make you feel better when you're feeling so sad. When I dye my curls, I oftentimes don't dye my eyebrows with it. So I know people who will use the same hair dye that they use on their hair on their eyebrows. I personally use just a tint to my eyebrows. So I have a few different eyebrow tints that I put on daily. Like if I'm putting on mascara, I will also tint my brows. So that's a good fun thing to do. Oh, this just really, it's making me feel like it's raining over here, guys. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Here, this matches my curls pretty well. Look, it even covers my straight bangs for the topic of this cast, which is curly hair. So, thank you guys so much for hearing all these tips about curly hair. I hope it helps some of you with curly hair out there. Stop hating on your curls because it's really sad. When people hate on your curls, it's really bad for everyone when you're hating on your curls. Other things like when you go out, thank you for the flowers. When you go out in the rain or in a very humid climate, your curls will be very, very frizzy. So whenever I go on a vacation in a rainy climate, I always make sure to bring a bunch of like hair touch-up creams and stuff so that throughout the day I can give my hair a touch-up. Wow, that's a lot of magical unicorns. I've never seen 100 magical unicorns. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate that. Curl Crush, yeah, Lindsay, holla. Yeah, so I find too that like the type of water you have at your house really affects your curls. So I currently live in San Francisco, and in San Francisco the water works really well with my curls. I don't know, there's like hard water and soft water. I'm not sure which is actually better, but whatever San Francisco has, that's what you want, is you want the San Francisco water. I used to live in Santa Barbara, and I've heard that they have rocket fuel in their water, and that's horrible for curls. You do not want to mix rocket fuel in your curls, apparently. It made my hair very frizzy the whole time I was there. I don't know why, but it's something else to think about before you before you start going out with your curls and worrying about them getting frizzy. You can also, like, your curls will sometimes be very flat depending on the weather and where you're at. Like, humidity can make your curls flat, or they can make them bigger or more frizzy. So there's a lot of things that could happen when you've got curly hair. I like the way that there's hearts coming off of my face when I do this. I feel like I need to go and frolic in the fields with my deer filter on. This one's good too. This also complements curly hair well. Although these feathers are a little straight for my liking. I don't know about that quite as much. And when your curls are frizzy, you feel like, ah! That's what it makes you feel like. It's a disaster. Something else that I like with my curls is I like to do eyelashes that are curly to match it. My natural lashes are super curly, so I don't have to use an eyelash curler. Besides that though, I still do need to use mascara, but it helps because sometimes it looks like I have fake lashes. Thank you for the roses. It makes me look like I have fake lashes, even when it's just my natural lashes because they're so curly and long. But you still need mascara for those. So you can also, though, if you don't see your lashes as much as you like, you can put fake lashes on. I really like Ardell fake lashes. I think that they make amazing fake lashes, and you can try them on with UCAM makeup. They're amazing. I tried recently for Halloween. I had these ones that they kind of came to a point. They were really cool. I would show you guys, but I only had one pair and I already used them. But each one came to like a little point, and so it looked pointy up close, but from far away they just looked like normal lashes, which was pretty cool. Thank you for the many, many unicorns. So many unicorns, you guys. I love it. This is like a good unicorn. This is the best unicorn one, though, is this one, I feel like. I feel like this is the most unicorn of all the unicorn filters. Thank you, Jet. Wow. Unicorns are my favorite. You guys know me so well. Flowers are also good with curls. Oh, thank you. So many unicorns, you guys. This is crazy. Stan, do you want me here? Let me try refreshing, maybe. I don't know why you would see buffering. I haven't given me the low servers thing in a while. I'm refreshing. Hello, I refreshed, so hopefully you don't see the server thing. Thank you for the lipsticks. I have so many lipsticks and roses and unicorns. I don't even know what to do with myself. Maybe for next week's show, I will turn myself into a unicorn with some roses painted on her face in lipstick, with all the lipsticks and roses and unicorns you guys gave me. It's going to be pretty fantastic. Thank you. Even more lipstick. You definitely, I think that Allison Powell, the bot, and Gordon definitely wants to see me do unicorn makeup with lipstick. I think that would be pretty hot. Unicorn makeup, lipstick, curly hair. Any suggestions on what my next show should be about? Besides that, I know that sounds really awesome, and now you're all like, turn yourself into a unicorn with lipstick roses painted on your face. Whoa, Gordon, you guys are really into this idea. I don't know, maybe I could try to do like a unicorn with lipstick roses, but I don't know if you should paint on your face with lipstick. That might not be very good for your skin. But I mean, we'll see. I'll try it for you guys. Since you're giving me so much love in lipsticks and unicorns and likes, I'll do it for you. So don't worry, anything for my devoted fans. Yeah, if you guys haven't followed me, you should definitely follow me. I'm going to be posting the transformation from human to unicorn. Since I got so many unicorns, now I'm going to turn into one of them. And I'm going to post transformational pictures of myself turning into a unicorn every day on my Beauty Circle profile. So if you keep checking back, you're going to see me. Wow, I think this is really popular. You guys just really want to see a human turn into a unicorn. I think this is everyone's favorite thing. I mean, unicorns are pretty cool, probably cooler than humans, so maybe I'll go for it and I'll turn myself into a unicorn, a daily unicorn transformation. They do the thing in the beginning of the year where you take a photo a day. They call it like a 365 on Instagram, where you take a photo every single day. It's called your 365. It's like a photo challenge people like to do. So I'm going to do a unicorn 365 and tag it unicorn 365. So just search for that hashtag and you'll find me turning into a unicorn. It's also Movember right now, which means that people are growing out their facial hair for a good cause. And so maybe I'll find a good cause to associate and people can make donations. The further I turn into a unicorn, I'll get people to donate to a good cause, like, you know, breast cancer awareness or something for me turning into a unicorn. Unicorns for women's health. That might be my nonprofit that I'm going to start. Wow, I mean, you guys are really into this idea. So with so many fans on board, this nonprofit cannot go wrong, right? So I'm going to end my show unless there's anything else you guys want me to share with you. As I mentioned, you guys tune back in. Unicorn updates on a daily basis. Do some rainbow makeup as part of my unicorn transformation. Show you how the horn's starting to grow. It'll be like a tiny horn at first, but you know, within a few months, I'll have a full unicorn horn. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, if you guys have any tips too on what unicorns should eat or like where unicorns should sleep or live, you know, you can bring those to my next podcast. I'm going to need those soon as I transform into a unicorn. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all when I'm at the first phase of unicorndom on my next cast. Bye, guys. Tony, do you want me to stay on this one or stay on Skype? I'll stay on Skype, but I'll leave this one and start a new chat. Bye, everyone.